go Team Louisiana versus Small Wonder Skate Club. So very exciting pairing to see. One borderless team and one state team. So we'll be bringing that back to you. And I have the pleasure of having Wrecking Bill as my producer today.
Thank you very much for having me here.
Yeah, a pleasure as always. So there we go. Bear with us. We have 1 minute to Derby. So get your beverages, get your snacks, whatever it is you might need to make you comfy to watch Derby. And get ready, because you're going to be on the edge of your seats watching this pairing of Louisiana and Small Wonder. While we have a moment, let's bring you our rosters. Team Louisiana, they are wearing blue today with gold accents. That's 020 Mississippi Blues, 0429 Carmina Piranha, 10 The Antichrist, 13 Bose, 187 Kindly Kills, 1898 Papaya on Fire, 228 Comet Kazi, 29 I'm a Pusher, 3 Smash Adams, 343 Twinkle Toes, 434 Swamp Rash, 49 Bree Aggressive, 504 Wheezy Anna Slammer, 52 Lil Breeziana, 63 Alaska Blastia, 8 Rest in Pieces. Rest in Pieces is also captain, 14 Louisiana, 87 Fleetwood Smack, and 901 Violet Assault. So Small Wonder Skate Club, hey Nikki.
Hi, I mysteriously showed up, everybody. I'm so sorry.
I did indicate that you would be joining us shortly, so it wouldn't be a total surprise.
Yes, I was being very irresponsible and decided to have a coughing attack before we started.
Well, hey, I think that's considerate. Get it out of the way.
So considerate. But for now, we're going to tell you about the Small Wonder Skate Club. So skating for Small Wonders, we're going to have number 11 Whoopie Gone Stalking, number 112 Meet a Cat Scratch, number 12 Squeegee, number 13 Buyer's Remorse, number 16 Penny Shredful, number 215 Dixie Normus, number 23 Killer Reel, number 2517 Tarantina, number 27 Keg and Brews, number 29 King Case, number 30 Cannondale X, number 328 Slamuel Jackson, and your captain number 40 Anna Tazy, number 411 Jess Dandy, number 710 Mount Pompey, number 98 Shenanigan Skywalker, and number 919 Sweetness. We could all use some sweetness.
Indeed. And I always think of roll bounce anytime I hear the phrase, the word sweetness.
Really?
But I'm sure that the sweetness has better moves. So for our crew on Game 3 here, our officials are Montana Mahler, Baron Von Erin, Mausoleum, Psylocke, Texas Tornado, Ivana Rage, Misery Chop, Chemical Restraint, Cupcake, and we'll bring you the rest of our officials shortly, but the game is on.
Game is on indeed. Looks like we're going to have strong defense starting us off for both sides here as we see Jammer for Louisiana just bumped onto the inside there. Taken back by number 23, Killer Reel. Meanwhile, Small Wonders has fielded number 27. That is going to be Keg and Brews, also trying to find her way through here up at the front. But as I said, it is a defense game.
And up the outside, I do see Rest in Pieces working at it, still getting cycled to the infield in the turn.
First penalty here, I'm not quite sure what it's for here. It's going to be one of the blockers for Team Louisiana, which is going to give their jammer time to spring out and pick up lead jammer status. Rest in Pieces, your third lead jammer of this game here, just as we see the escape of Keg and Bruises from the pack.
Seeing some great being played by number 10, The Antichrist on Team Louisiana. No surprise. I believe The Antichrist is a vet member of Team Louisiana. Seen her play at Bodas before. But 2-0 in favor of Team Louisiana after Jam 1. Getting set up here. Seeing the pack decide to take some space and set up near the pivot line.
Going to be giving the jammers a chance to run up here, which I have to admit is not my favorite strategy as a blocker.
Same.
Because I do not want that 500 miles an hour coming at me like Mount Palm and Louisiana Slamma are both coming at you.
Right.
Oof, yeah. Defense, wow, defense is the game here, but Louisiana Slamma finds that outside line. Doesn't need much to pick up lead jammer here, but once again, chasing down. Small Wonder springing their jammer, so just about a third of the track behind her, putting on a good chase.
Yes, Mount Palm is not giving up. And the pack picking up speed coming into turn 4.
trying to come in with a big bomb pow. However, Team Louisiana decides to call it off before she can pick up any points. Team Louisiana getting 2 more points on this jam, still holding Small Wonder scoreless. But again, Small Wonder doing a great job of just popping their jammers out right afterwards. Whole Erin in the chat would like us to know that she disagrees with me and she loves it when the jammers come in hot. I like to keep my spine where it's properly aligned.
Well, as long as they're hitting legally, then they shouldn't be hitting your spine.
I mean,
so
yes,
I
but-
get that. Yeah.
Excuse me.
But we digress. Twinkle Toes for Team Louisiana versus Sweetness of Small Wonder Skate Club. And it is Sweetness.
With those sweet, sweet long legs there. But,
No.
oh, last second hit, they're going to force a recycle. I don't
No.
think she knew that,
Oh.
so she's getting a cut track penalty. Power jam here.
Lost
And yes, exactly. A 2-minute opportunity to score here for Twinkle Toes and Team Louisiana.
So we are seeing things get a little speedy in the front thanks to Small Wonder Skate Club, taking it to the mid-back stretch. But right now in turn 2, Team Louisiana holding firm.
But able to get a penalty on one of the Small Wonders blockers is going to give them a 3-4 pack advantage here, still on the power jam. But
A little bit of failure to reform there.
just a little bit. We do see Sweetness standing in the penalty box, so less than 10 seconds on her penalty time here. But no one's told Twinkle Toes, who is just twinkle-toeing it away on the outside here, now with 4 more points in favor of Team Louisiana as we see Sweetness's return to the track.
And we know the jammers are fully aware they have one job. Get
They
those
do.
points.
But this is a power jam still, so they got the full 49 seconds.
They're both back.
They are both
They
back.
just appeared back.
I'm
Sweetness
sorry,
had
what I meant
just
to say was
snuck
there
in.
was a loss of lead. So
Sorry.
this is going to go for the full 2 minutes, meaning that they have the full 35 seconds that's left. No one could be able to call it off now.
Right now in turn 4, we are seeing Twinkle Toes really have to work it out using those edges to get around the last defender. 4 points.
Able to get out, though. Ooh, nice defense there from Team Louisiana, not wanting to give Sweets any space, having seen exactly how efficient Sweetness was in getting out on that initial pass. Twinkle Toes coming in and taking a little bit of a bump to the outside here, going to recycle back at the defensive packs forming up and holding really tight here at that pivot line. Penalty for a Louisiana blocker issued right as the jam is called to an end here. Small Wonders is able to put up a few points in this jam, though. I believe I saw the ref had their hand up.
Yep, we're just waiting for the scoreboard to be updated. But not too shabby on behalf of Team Louisiana and Twinkle Toes. 14 points in Jam 2. Oh, no, Jam 1. No, Jam 2. I'm looking at period 1 saying Jam 1. I need coffee, but that is next on my list. Papaya on Fire jamming for Louisiana up against Whippy Gone Stalking.
Ooh.
And lead secured by Papaya on Fire.
Going backwards, almost on one skate. Ooh, a little bit of tangling up here twice at the back. And we're going to see the Small Wonders jammer coming off the track, maybe to do some
Equipment
little skate
malfunction,
maintenance.
yeah.
Yeah, that's always a bummer. But Papaya on Fire going to be taking advantage of that because technically the jam is still active. The jam is still on. It does not get called off for equipment malfunctions, just for human condition malfunctions like pain.
Indeed. So right now, past that pivot line, heading to turn 2 and through that back straightaway with 4 points added. That is Papaya on Fire.
Big on Stalking still unfortunately off the track and not able to be in play here, so Small Wonders doing their best to try to hold up when it was effectively a power jam situation, not in their favor temporarily. Doing a good job of trying to hold their place. Ooh, misblocked there by one of Small Wonders here, and they're going to have to let Papaya on Fire go.
Little Louisiana leading the charge as pivot for Team Louisiana with that strike of offense. We'll see if the same happens here.
Ooh, and big hit there from Antichrist as we see Papaya on Fire coming in. Big slam there. One of the blockers for Small Wonders. Not quite able to string the jammer, but opening up an offensive opportunity to try to get her through. Excuse me, everybody. We see offense rushing in here to try to spring Papaya on Fire, but again, Small Wonders doing a good job of holding down. Penalty was called on the pivot for Louisiana here. And there we see the emergence of Papaya on Fire. Very on fire with these points now. That's 12 so far.
Incendiary, if you will. Yeah. And the pack right now hanging out in turn 3, anxiously awaiting Papaya on Fire's arrival, and there she is. Let's see here. Big hits coming from Team Louisiana's pack. Oh, we do see a multiplayer block called, and that's what was assessed to the jammer. Interesting. So there will be a power start for Small Wonder Skate Club. 14 points in this jam for Team Louisiana, taking them to 32. Small Wonder remaining at 0. Likely not for long if they use this power start appropriately.
Yes, this is going to be a really good opportunity because as we found out last time, an equipment malfunction is not enough to get you off of the track or to get the jam called off. So they could really use this opportunity to try to grab some points here. And they have fielded for the honor. Oh, Mount Palm trying to palm her way through here. Team Louisiana absolutely not wanting to allow this, doing a good job of holding her here right in between turn 1 and 2. A little bit of offense coming up in the form of a few blockers from Small Wonders, but just as she thought she was out, a big smash down from number 52. That is Louisiana, doing a great job at offensive bar, but there she is, Mount Palm, hop, skip, hop, flying to pick up the jammer for Small Wonders, and that was no small wonder.
No, it was not.
Not at all.
So right now, it appears we have Papaya on Fire back to the track.
Believe so.
Yes. So the pack moving into turn 3. There was a lot of work happening in the back from Team Louisiana, Louisiana, and company working to run back. Mount Palm effectively doing so into turn 3. Pack expanded into turn 4.
Papaya on Fire managing to escape the pack, which caused Small Wonders to tell them to call the jam here. But Small Wonders is now on the board score-wise. First 4 points picked up. Well done for Small Wonders.
And the first jam where Team Louisiana was held scoreless.
Absolutely. Yep. I do want to say that somebody in chat, I think it was Pole Aaron again, and they have fielded for the honor. Oh, Mount Palm trying to palm her way through here. Team Louisiana absolutely not wanting to allow this, doing a good job of holding her here right in between turn 1 and 2. A little bit of offense coming up in the form of a few blockers from Small Wonders, but just as she thought she was out, a big smash down from number 52. That is Louisiana, doing a great job at offensive bar, but there she is, Mount Palm, hop, skip, hop, flying to pick up the jammer for Small Wonders, and that was no small wonder.
No, it was not.
Not at all.
So right now, it appears we have Papaya on Fire back to the track.
Believe so.
Yes. So the pack moving into turn 3. There was a lot of work happening in the back from Team Louisiana, Louisiana, and company working to run back. Mount Palm effectively doing so into turn 3. Pack expanded into turn 4.
Papaya on Fire managing to escape the pack, which caused Small Wonders to tell them to call the jam here. But Small Wonders is now on the board score-wise. First 4 points picked up. Well done for Small Wonders.
And the first jam where Team Louisiana was held scoreless.
Absolutely. Yep. I do want to say that somebody in chat, I think it was Pole Aaron again. It's not always easy to get representation for that
They got
way.
lead every time except each team's got one jam.
It's an opportunity for these skaters to have a highlighted and show-wear team out here.
That's
So,
wonderful.
yeah.
Sorry, I didn't know that I misunderstood. But they are.
I'm from the area. You can
That's
ask
true.
me.
That's true. That's just like anything like northeast-wise, New England.
Yeah.
I got you.
See, there you
Yep.
go.
Well, this official timeout is brought to you by 888. And we'll tell you about them in just a moment, though most of us are familiar who are in the derby world.
Yes, I believe that there's the product they want us to highlight is the certified sweat saver.
Yes, it is top of the line safety standards and unmatched fit options. It's pretty comfy. It's actually the helmet I wear, just by coincidence. They developed the certified sweat saver with the best skaters, engineers, and testing facilities to bring you the safest helmet option for roller derby. Try it for yourself. We'd also like to thank AmeriHealth Caritas Louisiana. They help people get care, stay well, and build healthy communities. Their Medicaid plan offers a wide range of benefits to best meet your health needs and those of your family. To learn more about AmeriHealth Caritas Louisiana, visit careforla.com. Shout out to the track crew, or as I like to call them, the adhesive demarcation technicians, keeping the track locked down and safe.
I'm not going to remember that, but I
No.
appreciate it.
You know, I feel like it's their technical title. It's worth throwing out there every once in a while.
Fair enough. Just to remind everyone of the official terminology here in roller derby, but we are back into roller derby itself. We see Rest in Pieces here taking a smash to the outside here and jamming for Small Wonders as Kegan Bruce is getting held up by Team Louisiana at the front, allowing Rest in Peace. I gave Banshee my cough. I'm sorry. Rest in Peace is lead jammer for Team Louisiana as we see, I believe that is Kindly Kills. I can't read. Kindly Kills doing a recycle here on Kegan Bruce is here, but Kegan Bruce is able to finally, not able to get through. They got a cut track penalty heading to the box here, which is going to give Team Louisiana and Kegan Bruce and Rest in Pieces, two people with something jamming, a power jam opportunity for Team Louisiana.
Keeping it pretty still until the jammer arrives.
Ooh, now big recycle back all the way into turn 2 here. That was Buyer's Remorse taking Rest in Pieces all the way back. But Rest in Pieces decides that they do not want to take any rest at all, and they would like to attempt to get some points instead, going tet for tet with Buyer's Remorse, finally getting the call off that they were requesting here.
Yes, emphatically calling it off.
We're human. Sometimes we miss it. I was a jam ref once, and I forgot which jammer I was jam refing for, and they were right next to each other, and my jammer was calling it off, and I wasn't paying attention. Oh, I felt awful. Thankfully, somebody picked up the slack, but just letting you know that mistakes do happen.
No, they do. We are human, and we are sincerely appreciative of our officials especially, which I'll finish letting you know who else is out there.
Please.
Mad Jack Churchkill, Jekyll and Sides, Shrimp and Roll, I Shove Lucy, Nomad, Reffin Wisen, You Know, I Know You Know, and RJ. I tell you, some of the best names.
Aretta says yes. But we have Louisiana Slamma with the jammer start for the first time this game so far. But getting lead jammer is going to be Sweetness for Small Wonder. I believe this is the second time she's picked up lead jammer status.
Yes. So the pack picking up just a little speed and then getting it together in the back. Team Louisiana in that back stretch, able to lock down Sweetness, if
Absolutely
not for a few minutes. A few seconds, sorry, not minutes.
And that's
minutes
all they
would be long. Too long.
It is too long. I saw a TikTok the other day that was like a lot can happen in 5 seconds, and in 5 seconds you saw a seagull chirp, get scared by a bird, fall down, and a bird of prey fall down in the background. Like, a lot can happen in 5 seconds.
It's true, and then we know, obviously, with Derby, the specifics in that time, too. Pretty amazing.
Yes.
Setting on up for jam number 8. We are heading into...
We're going to have Shenanigan Skywalker with the star for Small Wonders for the first time, and number 87 for Team Louisiana is Fleetwood Smack. But Shenanigan Skywalker is up to shenanigans again and managed to pick up lead jammer status, but Fleetwood Smack is not exactly escaping the chart top and hits either, managing to get out with the initial pass about a half track behind, but Sky is back at engaging with the pack now eligible score.
And our Hampton Inn and Suites penalty box just emptied out with that one Louisiana blocker who started the jam in there. So making sure that that keeps plenty active. So 4 points for Shenanigan Skywalker.
Big recycle back on both jammers, though, we see here really taking the drawback. We see Fleetwood Smack here all the way into turn 2 along with Shenanigan Skywalker. Both in and both eligible to score here, but it looks like both teams are going to opt to run it long.
Oh, a cut track penalty assessed. That would be to Fleetwood Smack of Team Louisiana. So a power jam now for Shenanigan Skywalker and Small Wonder. And one teammate for Team Louisiana going to join Fleetwood Smack.
Getting out of the pack backwards to pick up 4 more points for Small Wonder Skate Club. That is going to be Shenanigan Skywalker, who gets the knowing nod from the bench that says, call it off, we're done. Calling it off to pick up 8 more points. Currently sitting at a score of 15 points for Small Wonders. In the lead is Team Louisiana with 42, which means that as of right now, they know everything.
Apparently. Yes, we know that is the eternal answer to all.
And she picked up more points than Small Wonder.
Okay, and of course, we are seeing that Small Wonder will have the power start and a 4-3 pack advantage as we have the jammer and one blocker from Team Louisiana in the Hampton Inn and Suites penalty box.
I'd like to be in a Hampton Inn and Suites. It would be very comfortable.
That'd be great.
I'd like to thank them for,
919 just got laid both times.
sponsoring the penalty box, and I'm imagining that people like going there because it's a little comfortable.
I would think so. A little restful, but they
restful.
can't. No rest for the wicked, as they say, and there's plenty of wicked awesome here in Derby, so we can't get too comfy in there.
No, we can't. And our producer has wanted to let us know that not only did Shenanigans Skywalker jam for the first time, she also picked up Lead Jammer and picked up the most points so far for the Small Wonder Skate Club. So well done.
Excellent. Thank you, Wrecking Bill.
Thank you, Wrecking Bill, indeed. He came in like a wrecking bill.
Oh, good times. Thank
What are
you
we
for
doing
that. I love this. I love this so much, Nikki.
I'm into it. Me
So
too.
here's the funny thing. So just to fill a little time here, we have like a few seconds.
Yes, we do.
So both Nikki and I have had the pleasure of working on the WFTDA remote studio,
Yes.
but we hadn't had the chance to call together,
No.
and we get to call
Give
together
you
in full
love.
disclosure.
Like someone shorts that said keep it weird. We will. Ooh,
Yes.
Our start here. We're going to see a big rush up here from Small Wonders to try to spring their jammer, but Team Louisiana managing to smack
Ooh, a cut drawn.
on one of the blockers here, but we do see Keg and Bruce still fighting the good fight to get through. Oh, and another Small Wonder skate club member picking up a penalty. So Louisiana now actually has a blocking advantage and has just released their jammer, and picked up lead jammer status. A lot can happen in 5 seconds, man.
It can. We know. And also, I have to give a shout out to our fellow announcer crew member, Johnny Pepper.
Yes.
Currently working the camera angles and being super useful and helpful to us as we call this game. I
Yes.
just had to throw that out there.
Yes, because we do have the game live in front of us, but the way Banshee is sitting, it's sometimes easier for her to watch the stream.
Yeah. So, go a little bit back and forth. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Over in the corner there. But right now, that is Keg and Bruce still working it out up against the front of the pack, which is being held down by Team Louisiana's pairing. Right now, it looks like we've got a pretty strong tripod holding back Keg and Bruce.
Ooh, nice offense there. That is blocker killer reel from Small Wonders, able to spring Keg and Bruce's, but picking up a second penalty for her efforts here. Team Louisiana yelling at their jammer to call the jam, but
Is their bench coach dressed like a bird?
Johnny, can you show us this on the camera now
Yes.
that we're a little off? I believe she is dressed like either a bird or a Valkyrie.
I love it. I love it so much.
Me too.
I just saw the wing, like the cape going, and I was like, I think that's what it is.
I'm very into
I love the ensemble.
Oh,
yes.
they're Hermes. They're Hermes.
Oh!
It says so. It says so. That must be their
Okay.
coach's name. I'm smart. Oops. Oh, they also have someone else who's a Greek goddess here in the gold. We have to leave the bench for now, guys, but we'll go back to their costumes
Yes.
in a moment. But for now, it is Twinkle Toes and Mount Palm jamming, and we have a blocking advantage for Team Louisiana.
Straight up that inside line, you've got Twinkle Toes securing lead, but right now in the pack, Mount Palm still working it out right around the pivot line. Straight up the middle of the pack, is able to get out, is now eligible to score, and that quick bean dip right in turn one.
Not sure if the camera was at the right angle exactly.
It was.
For, oh, wonderful.
You could see perfectly right in the
Gorgeous.
corner, courtesy of Twinkle Toes. So 4 points, 54 for Louisiana, 19 Small Wonder.
It was awesome.
Yeah.
T-Easy in the chat really likes that you call it a bean dip.
Oh, thank you.
I wouldn't know what to call it. I just call it the dip now.
Oh, no. I've called it the bean
Or the
dip for a long time. That's not my original term, but
Oh.
whoever came up with it, thank you.
Thank you.
Well, and the great thing is, if you're the jammer and you use that move, you're actually giving your back to the opposing blockers while you get that low.
Yep.
So it makes it really difficult for them not to get a penalty if they hit you.
It's true, but Papaya on Fire I was about to say not having much difficulty, but then took a big hit out of bounds, so I take it back. Ooh, big velocity.
Sweetness!
Yeah, velocity happening in the pack as Sweetness is trying to push up the Louisiana blockers who are trying to lock down. But Sweetness able to escape out, picking up lead jammer status once again for the Small Wonder Skate Club. Most lead jam status is picked up by Sweetness here. Papaya on Fire, star in hand, looking for either an escape or a pivot, finds the pivot. Your new pivot is Lil Louisiana, who has just escaped for the pack, but Sweetness is about to escape herself, having picked up 4 points for Small Wonders. Oh, unfortunately, a last-second penalty.
Oh,
on
and we also have an injury, so while
yes.
while our medic tends to it, we'll let
Do
you
some
know if
sponsorship
everything's
reams.
okay, and then be allowed to return to play.
Question in the chat wants to know why these are 20-minute games. We will be going back to the full 30-minute length games. I believe it is tomorrow, but for now, while we're trying to seed, we have a lot of teams in here. And just to make sure that everyone got a chance to play, we have cut them down to 2 20-minute halves. And that also means that instead of getting the normal 7 penalties to foul out, you can only get 5.
Correct. And it's also, when we're doing this for the sake of seeding, the great thing is there's no sanctioning. There is, games are regulation once they are full length. Though if they're abbreviated, there's nothing saying that we can't have the shorter games for the sake of time and seeding. Yeah. So freedom in that. It's kind of nice. But we are getting back to it. Let's see what we have. We have that lineup ready because it is a power start on behalf of Team Louisiana. Rest in Pieces is your jammer of record. Currently working up against the Small Wonder defense, but a little bit there. It gets out the jammer, so Rest in Pieces is your lead jammer. We see Sweetness standing in the penalty box, the Hampton Inn and Suites penalty box.
We're going to see the return of Sweetness to the track here as we see Rest in Pieces here in on a scoring pass, tangling up at the front with one remaining Small Wonder Skate Club blocker, but able to escape both King Case and Tarantina here. But Sweetness sprinting out the outside here, I believe, completing that initial pass. Rest in Pieces coming around trying to look for another 4 points here against Small Wonders. Small Wonders wasn't really ready for her, so she was able to just skate on through backwards on one skate, picking up 4 more points and calling it off all in one smooth, graceful move. I can't do that. I just can't.
I understand.
I'm never going to come out of it backwards on one foot, looking at everyone like, and now what?
You know what? We all have our strong suits. I personally love being a bit of a brute on the track, so that's okay. And I'm like, graceful? Not me.
What is that? Screw off.
But the great thing is we have folks like Louisiana Slamma and Keg and Brews jamming, who are just so much more graceful than us.
Ooh, and lead jammer picked up by Louisiana Slamma, who someone has pointed out in the chat is not only wearing a star cover, but is wearing a fleur-de-lis to represent Team Louisiana.
Right, you are.
Ooh, nice use of her pivot there to just shove everyone out of the way and pick up 4 points and call it. Solid strategy.
Just got to use those friends on the track. It's helpful.
It looks like right now, thankfully, our Hampton Inn and Suites penalty box is empty. It must not have been as comfortable as I thought.
No, probably not. But that's all good. We just want to give a quick shout out to Kaywood and Randazzo's Bakery. I believe they are the force behind the king cakes that are here in the venue, in the locker room.
Guys, there are delicious looking king cakes.
So yummy. But I haven't had a bite of theirs yet, but I've had king cake before, and it's delightful.
But there on Twinkle Toes.
Shenanigan, too. Okay.
Ooh, Shenanigan is Shenanigan Skywalker in the back of the pack against Team Louisiana. Twinkle Toes fighting against Small Wonders. We're now defense really locked up here in turn 1. We've got into the apex, though, which is usually where someone gets out. And it's Sky. Lead for Small Wonder.
Perfect for Shenanigan Skywalker, but not far behind. We'll say probably about a half lap. We have not your lead jammer. That would be Twinkle Toes. But both jammers in scoring position. The jam is called in the back stretch. So we sit at 65 Louisiana. No points for them on this jam. 2 points for Small Wonder. So they are at 25. It is a 40-point game. And we have intermission for 5 minutes. So we will be back very shortly to bring you even more fun live here from Y'all Stars in Thibodaux, Louisiana. Well, hello there.
We are coming back. We are slowly getting back into it as we are getting ready to take the track again here with Team Louisiana, going against the Small Wonder Skate Club here in Thibodaux, Louisiana at the Y'all Stars tournament.
Yes.
Where y'all are stars. That's not the slogan.
And make sure, tell your friends that we have the live stream this weekend here on twitch.tv/y'allstars, because why not? Have a watch party. Have fun.
There have been a couple of false links. We are reporting them as we see them. So please please be sure if you do share the link that it is for the one for the official Twitch, twitch.com/y'allstars. As we're going to get back in here, we hear the 5-second call. We see number 8 for Team Louisiana, Rest in Peace, is going up against for Small Wonders, number 919, Sweetness. Sweetness looking for that sweet, sweet outside line, finding it open and getting it. Lead jammer status goes to Small Wonder.
All right, so we are seeing in turn 1, lots happening here. We've got number 187, the pivot for Louisiana.
Star
working
hand
to
now, I think.
Yeah,
No, that's still with, they tricked me. I thought
just
that had been a
doing the
star
work.
pass.
Some great, Sweetness knocked to the infield.
After an apex jump. Ugh, big hit there.
Ouch.
Yeah. I think she was in the air when she got that hit, which, if
my.
you're wondering, probably hurts a lot more.
Yes, definitely does.
2 points picked up by Small Wonder, none so far in the second half for Team Louisiana in this first jam.
Want to give some shout outs to Louisiana's Cajun Bayou, as well as Hampton Inn and Suites, Lamar Advertising, and RES Contractors. Thank you for your support.
Jam is on, and we are going to see Louisiana Slamma and Mount Palm for Team Louisiana and Small Wonders respectively, but it is going to be Louisiana Slamma up front this time with the jammer for Team Louisiana. I don't know why I said it that way.
Now, currently in the pack, we're seeing the extension back near the jammer line, but right up past the pivot line, we are seeing Louisiana Slamma push it out, and Mount Palm in the back being cycled back behind pivot line. Meanwhile, the action still happening in the front. Small Wonder Skate Club working to detain Louisiana Slammer, pushing it out to the top of the backstretch, just waiting for those out-of-play warnings to be called.
A bunch of big recycles were happening here on Sweetness from Small Wonder, but a lot of little recycles were what was happening on Louisiana Slamma there at the front, being popped repeatedly and stepping in and out of those boundaries is just as exhausting as a big, long drawback. But Louisiana Slamma now back in, picking up 4 more points for Team Louisiana for 8 total, and we have a star pass on the side of the Small Wonder Skate Club to Just Dandy.
Just Dandy getting out of the pack now in
that
scoring
Just
position. It is. That is Just Dandy for Small Wonder.
It's wonderfully dandy.
Oh, even better. Oh, no, not so wonderful. A forearm penalty called on Louisiana Slamma. But for Just Dandy and Small Wonder, that's pretty great. Okay, 4 points up for Just Dandy.
And this is going to be a full 2 minute. It was because Louisiana Slamma was our legion.
Yes.
Shame, Louisiana.
You know,
it's a joke.
I don't think that Just Dandy has a problem with that.
Nah.
Time to put in that work, though. Team Louisiana's defense has other things in mind. Running back to turn 4.
Oh, a big further run back here as we see Small Wonder setting up to receive the jammer, who is standing in the penalty box, now just left the Hampton Inn and Suite penalty box to return to the track.
Ooh. Now, Team Louisiana was looking to draw a cut. It does not appear they were successful. Jam is over. So 10-6 on the jam in favor of Louisiana. Huge jam for Small Wonder. They sit at 33, Louisiana at 75. And we have just under 17 minutes left in the game. And it does appear we have full staff.
We do.
On the track. All right.
Team Louisiana's jammer getting extremely low to try to use some of that momentum to push forward, but getting gummed up in the inside lane by Shenanigan Skywalker, the jammer for Small Wonder here.
Well, that pivot line area into turn 1 is the place to be right now.
Oof.
Though jammers, we can see Twinkle Toes whirling and twirling through the middle of the tripod, really trying to escape.
Ooh.
But it is Shenanigan Skywalker who gets away first, securing lead, and
Twinkle
in turn
Toes
2, ouch.
Ooh, yeah, and they've also taken the star off, is looking for the pivot at this point in time.
Well, you know, sometimes it's worth a stash if
It's
lead's
true.
no longer open.
True, but speaking of lead, it is Shenanigan Skywalker with lead, having just got through to pick up 4 points for the Small Wonder Skate Club, now trying to do it again, and has done it. 8 points picked up so far by Shenanigan Skywalker. As we see Twinkle Toes able to hand over the oh my gosh.
The star pass was completed by Twinkle Toes, handing to the pivot, Kindly Kills, who is now eligible to score, but the jam was called by Small Wonder. Nikki, did you have to hit the reset button?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Banshee just watched
That's
me literally
okay.
put my face on the table.
All of a sudden, I see like the decline of Nikki Tricky Savvy, just like the power down to the table, and I was like, I think you needed to hit reset. It's okay. I don't know how many times I've done that. Yeah, I trip over my own tongue sometimes while announcing, and I'm like, oh, that sounded great.
Yeah, it was.
But let's talk about great.
Yes.
11 points unanswered from Small Wonder, so they're
Highest
at
point
44.
jam, I believe, so far for Small Wonder.
75 for Louisiana still. Papaya on fire, wearing the star for Team Louisiana. Keg and Brews back at it for Small Wonder.
Ooh, Small Wonder getting a little rush of speed here. Tied up for a second against the Antichrist, but is through. Lead jammer status once again for Keg and Brews, which I believe is this the first time that Small Wonder has gotten simultaneous lead jam status.
I think that might be the case. We'll have to check with Wrecking Bill. Something else I saw, the immediate stash of the star from Papaya on Fire, though does not pass, just uses it to evade the pack.
I do have to say Team Louisiana has been really, really good so far at as soon as lead has been established in the direction of the Small Wonder Skate Club, having their jammer rip off that star for the stash. I've been confused a couple times here just watching on the screen.
So they've had one other in the first period. Thank you. Okay, so to answer your question, Nikki, there was one pair of back-to-back leads earlier in the game for Small Wonder. So this was the second.
Speaking of things that we miss because we're human.
Yeah. And also humans doing the things on the track in front of us. That would be Fleetwood Smack, wearing the star for Louisiana, or the Fleur de Lis, of course, against Sweetness.
I've seen this pairing
Small
before.
Wonder, and I like it.
And it's going to be, once again, with the lead jammer status, Fleetwood Smack getting out ahead of, of Sweetness, who took a big old hit there from, I believe that was 67, or, I'm sorry, I can't
87.
Thank you, I can't read the number all accurately from here.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Actually, 187. Kindly Kills. That's who that was.
Kindly Kills, there we go. Penalty being called here, not sure who it's on, but we see a star pass on the side of the Small Wonder Skate Club to Penny Shredful, just as we see Fleetwood Smack getting out of the penalty, not the penalty box, getting out of the pack to pick up 4 points for Team Louisiana.
Forearm call, okay, on Sweetness.
Thankfully for Small Wonder, it happened after the star was passed. Now we see both jammers looking for some points. Ooh!
Wow. Well, also, too, we're probably going to see a bit of a timeout if it takes a bit to fix the track, but I do see one of the 10-foot lines came up in the process of that. And body breakdown by Blue, DDG, and GEO Heat Exchangers. Thank you for your support of Y'all Stars Southern Skate Showdown 2024, as well as Collectivum Sports, Sacred Roller Skate Supply, Comprehensive Hearing Solutions, Ortho LA, Bont, Crash Course, Gulf South, LGBTQ plus Chamber of Commerce, and we appreciate you so much for the support you have given to Y'all Stars, Southern Skate Showdown, and our hosts,
and would also
Red Stick Juniors.
Like to throw a tiny shout out to, that was official timeout. We had a second there. That was a 187 Killer Pads official timeout. And this is a jam with Rest in Pieces and Mount Palm. And it's going to be Rest in Pieces, able to rest easy now with that lead jammer status. Oh, wait, just kidding. They're coming around for points.
Resting easy, never, unless you're staying at the Hampton Inn, who has kindly sponsored our penalty box, the Hampton Inn and Suites, which Sweetness has just escaped
the Hampton Inn
and returns to the track.
Sorry.
That's okay. What about? No, I'm sorry.
I said the Hampton Inn and Sweetness because I'm a child.
Oh.
A penalty now this time on Rest in Pieces. Here's going to be a back block, so Power Jam in favor of Small Wonder Skate Club and Mount Palm.
And right now the pack between turns 3 and 4, and going back and forth to the lines, seeing what we have going on.
Just Dandy now, the possessor of the star.
No, and we do see that Team Louisiana is fully aware of that, running back on Just Dandy. See a multiplayer block penalty assessed to one member of Small Wonder Skate Club.
Samuel Jackson.
Oh! There was a high block penalty assessed, and I don't know, at quick glance, that looked very painful. So hopefully Just Dandy recovers quickly and is able to get back at it and get that star on the helmet.
Rest in Pieces now, back on the helmet. Ooh, big hit there on Just Dandy to the outside.
Kindly Kills picking up a forearm call for that.
Wow, we're really seeing Just Dandy get worked over in some pretty intense ways.
So yeah, sometimes the occasional throat punch, or it feels like a throat punch happens, even though that may not be necessarily what happened. But wow,
I got one of those from Olivia Shooten-John last year, and let me tell you, I
Great
could not
name.
breathe.
yeah,
In case anyone's wondering what's going on here, if you get knocked out as a jammer, you have to go back behind that person, and the jammer is not subject to the engagement zone, which means that they can go 40, 50, 60 feet away from you. But here's a secret. If you are that other jammer, you don't have to follow them down their trail of sin.
no, you don't.
Wait
You
for
can
them
force
to
a
come.
delay of game penalty.
Yes, wait for them to come back to the light.
Yep.
And for Team Louisiana, fighting the good fight against Small Wonder at the front, but being hit to the end. Team Louisiana, meanwhile, just doing a good job of locking down on Sky. Wheezy now back engaging with two members of Small Wonders here. Shenanigan Skywork up the front, trying to work with some offense through. Oh, Louisiana Slam was able to get through, but running into her own blockers gave Shenanigan Skywalker a chance to escape and pick up lead. But good job to Louisiana Slam for immediately ripping off that star.
Seriously. And then seeing in turn 2 right now, Shenanigan Skywalker coming up at that apex does get knocked down by the tripod at the front from Team Louisiana. Currently fighting against it. Louisiana's jammer, Kylie Kills, is out.
Having taken the star, I believe that Kindly Kills has taken the star a grand majority of the time that it's been offered.
I do believe so. Just seeing stellar performance in the pack, specifically from Kindly Kills. And just wanted to give a shout out to Hit Squad TV is here. They're filming roller derby around the world, creating highlight reels for athletes, families, teams, and organizations. Get yours today. I know that their social media handle is at Hit Squad TV. Definitely check them out. Shout out to Lloyd Knox.
Love Hit Squad.
Yes, me
All
too.
right. Twinkle Toes and Keg and Brews for Louisiana and Small Wonder, respectively. Here we see Twinkle Toes fighting at the front as Team Louisiana has bitten down on Keg and Brews at the back here. Looked like someone got a bit of a bonk to the head there. Looks like they're okay, thankfully.
Oh, we have a high block penalty assessed to Keg and Brews.
That's where the bonk came from that I saw, and it's going to be Lou
Bop.
Jammer to Twinkle Toes. Who's
They
just
can't take the cue from Little Bunny Foo Foo there, scooping upfield, nice, bopping him on the head.
I have so many questions about that fairy tale.
I do too.
Like, why did we just release a serial concussion giver to the track, to the world? But we
For
did.
real.
Ooh.
And then back to reality and the jam in progress. We have Twinkle Toes picking up for a little bit of a skip there on the track because we know sometimes there's a little trip hazard if the tape comes up.
Yes.
But back into the pack and scoring position, going up against the Small Wonder pivot as the last line of defense, who does drive back Twinkle Toes
That is
all the
buyer's
way
remorse.
to the straightaway in the back.
I would have remorse after being hit like that.
Yes. I immediately regret that decision.
Yeah. Whoop, no, sorry. I didn't mean to introduce myself to your elbow. I apologize. Just, ouch.
And right now we are seeing some great that was being offered up by Team Louisiana's pivot.
Able to get him out.
429. Got to give that shout out to Kamina Piranha. Yep.
But
Exactly.
Team Louisiana eligible to score again. Twinkle Toes coming back in again. Oh, we saw Keg and Bruce trying to take a sprint coming up against Team Louisiana and had to stop for a second, but she is still pushing.
Mowing down blockers in her wake.
Yes. Ooh, a lockup happening here on Twinkle Toes. Small Wonder has managed to get around to holding on as the call comes.
Excellent quick call off there. 10 points for Team Louisiana. Oh, maybe a couple more. Let's just confirm. To 101. Small Wonder sits at 56. 0 points on that jam to their credit.
Paul Aaron would like to let you know that Lil Tripping Hazard would be a good derby name, Banshee.
Yes, little tripping hazard.
And also when you said back to reality, I started thinking of Lose Yourself from Eminem. In case you're wondering how unhinged I'm trying to get today.
It's okay. Yeah, I'm right here with you. So,
Excellent.
Yep. And
Yeah.
right back to the track, we've got Papaya on Fire versus Sweetness as your jammers of record. Of course, if you're just joining us, Louisiana in navy with gold accents and Small Wonder in white with black accents. Sweetness is your jammer for Small Wonder, getting cycled back just a little bit into turn 1, but everybody else is up in the mix. Lead secured by Sweetness.
Able to find a little bit of a path through that Team Louisiana defense. Kind of hard to do. Once again, though, as soon as lead is established, two Small Wonders, Papaya on Fire, ripping that star off and getting through before putting the star back on really good awareness of what's going on with the other jammer.
And thankfully, adhering to the bench's command, Sweetness calls off the jam after picking up 3. Louisiana picks up 2, so 103 Team Louisiana, 59 Small Wonder.
Got 5 minutes-ish left in this game. Yes, drum rolls. Another question in the chat has come asking where Small Wonder is from. Small Wonder is a collective made up of skaters from Delaware, Maryland, and I believe DC qualifies to be part of that, just because there aren't very many state teams in that area.
And it's like the TMV.
Exactly, and there's not enough leagues in Delaware to qualify for state teams, therefore they needed an opportunity. So here it is with Small Wonders, who now has Mount Palm on the line, going against Rest in Pieces for beautiful offense there by Mississippi Blues for Team Louisiana.
Just watching Rest in Pieces work it out one blocker at a time. There we go. A little bit of patience pays off. Lead secured. Mount Palm up in there. Now seeing if there will be a pass.
Yes,
or
pass confirmed to Tarantina from Small Wonder,
Perfect.
who has now managed to escape from the pack.
First time the Star's been passed to Tarantina in this game.
Time indeed, you're right. Tarantina tearing up the track, but Rest in Pieces has decided to put the not director on a little bit of a time limit here.
Yes. Well, hey, as long as no one's skates come off, we're good. But yes, 107 for Team Louisiana. 2 Small Wonders, 59.
Team Michigan Roller Derby says, too bad it's only 3 p.m. because where is Small Wonder from would have been a great drinking game.
Actually, yeah.
Strange 26 says, Teamy, our livers would be trash.
That's true. But also, like, to be clear, when we say Small Wonder, we are not talking about Vicky, the child robot from
What?
the 80s sitcom. Yeah.
No, I don't want to know about this.
Yeah,
This is creepy.
It was a thing. But what's not creepy and what's awesome is Louisiana Slammer with the star for Louisiana,
And
securing lead up against Shenanigans Skywalker.
did not get lead this time after getting lead 100% of the time so far. Now on the initial pass, but it's going to be Louisiana Slamma slamming into the pack here, looking for points, getting them, and calling off the jam.
But yes, that was a thing. Oh, God.
Okay, Betty Rage says, I was wondering if anyone would bring up Vicky, the Small Wonder robot.
Thank you, Betty Rage. That's my buddy. I think that's Betty Rage from Brockton Bruisers.
Maybe. And
Yeah, if so, but that's really funny. But
Furious
yes.
George and Boom RR also are very excited about your reference. And quickly, somebody asked how it